See that spread, and now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton, but with that gang, they make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to let me. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
I'm downstairs. You mean? Girl, I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's 8.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Seahawks will go for first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready. 52 blaster.
They go play action here on first down. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And some space here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Rams nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll send a receiver in motion left. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties, and they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And the Rams at 500 hit 6 and 6. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. In motion comes the tight end left. Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Some mistakes already in the 1st quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
1st and 10 at the 19.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
To number 89. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. Touchdown!
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 3rd. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. This offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, Dom Maggio out to punt.
And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And it'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Finding Walker, complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
74 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Demario Davis able to record his his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On play action, they'll throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Rams. John Ross, 26 yards. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before the game they want to end every series with a kick?
In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They run once more with Dillon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Smith catches left side. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And some room to work. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Seahawks 14.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
And going right back to Walker.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time.
Laddie,
take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
2nd and 3. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards.
And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Walker with a grab, left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Back to throw again. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up.
Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going up top. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And here comes a return from just deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he's secure.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll set up a throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A short kick taken at the 18. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
The self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. But maybe some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They're going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
This is the tight end fan. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent or could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Pass complete across the formation to Melton. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now. And all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. In motion, the tight end. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, You can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They'll look to throw again. Going deep downfield for Ross.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
And as this defense walks...
Cool, I be going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zone, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone, I get it going, donkey.